Hey everybody, I just wanted to tell a story about something that happened to me 3 years ago, and I'll make it quick and brief, but I'd signed up for this awesome school program. It was a great experience, and I'd started looking for it in about February. I found it on a Snapchat ad, and it was a study abroad program that would let me go to Fiji, Australia, and New Zealand over 3 months, spending 1 month in each of those places. And so, shout out Coco for the mug, by the way. The main part of this story is in this process of getting ready for it around March time. So March of 2021, there was a big political issue, and this was the vaccine. And so I had asked at this point in the process, will I need to get this vaccine to participate in the location? And the answer was no. Confident and firm no. So great. So I continue. I get my passport and my plane tickets and finalize more paperwork, make a deposit. This is the process over the next few months. And then eventually, getting close to departure time, there is an announcement in the onboarding checklist, we'll call it, the list of items you need to complete before you can go. And one of these is the vaccine record proof of your upload. So it's a system, and it just sees if you have it complete or not. And it gives you progress if you've completed it. And if it's not complete, then you're missing something before you're ready to depart. So I text the person that had given me the firm, confident answer of, will I need the vaccine? And no answer, no response, never heard from again after this point. Just disappeared. People that I knew that also had spoke to him in the onboarding process, he had disappeared for them as well. So not sure where you are, if you're here, but disappeared. And I was given the option to do a vaccine exemption form from someone else, another part of the onboarding process, or another staff member. And I go to my doctor, I tell him, I show him, he writes me a letter of exemption, and it's denied. My letter of exemption is denied. So here we are. It's August. It's last minute. We're leaving August 30th, August 31st, to begin on September 1st. We're going to be at the location in September 1st. So it's a week before. Everything else has been done, passports and plane tickets, packing, planning. I need a vaccine because my exemption was denied, and I had moved far ahead with the process because I was told I wouldn't need the vaccine, so that wasn't a concern. And my doctor was very strong against the vaccine, and even said if my exemption's not accepted, then I should consider not going and not participating in the program to avoid the vaccine. But I really wanted to go, so I went and I got the vaccine. So I'm sitting in the chair after I get it. It's just a big lobby, waiting room. They just come up to you put the needle in, and then you're supposed to sit in the chair for 15 minutes before you leave. And it's a good thing they had that rule, because about 60 seconds after the needle had left my arm, I was on the floor having a seizure. So I remember having a very vivid dream, a short vivid dream, or I remember a vivid part of this dream, and I felt like I was in a classroom. It was elementary school. It was indoor recess, and I did something bad or something that had the attention of the class. So the whole class was looking at me, and I was the center of attention. And when I woke up, I was on the floor, and people were looking at me. I was pretty hot, and I took my shirt off, and everyone was out there because I was on the floor having a seizure. And the pharmacist said he thought I was playing a crude joke at first, because he'd never seen anything like that before. Not from any vaccine he'd given in 30 years. But they realized it was real, and I wasn't playing a joke. So they called EMS, and they came, and I was fine once I'd woken up. And I thought about just going and driving home, but they said that wasn't a good idea, or maybe wasn't safe, because if I had another seizure while I was driving, I would have an accident. And it'd be good to run some medical scans, because this was the first time it happened. We wondered if there could be underlying medical conditions. So I got to ride in the glitchmobile to the hospital, and they did CAT scans, different tests, and came back with nothing abnormal. And in my hospital notes, there was no mention that I had gotten the vaccine, or I had came after getting my vaccine. There was no mention of that anywhere. No record. Just left alone. The pharmacy is no longer open. Not saying that that's in relation to the vaccine, but the pharmacy no longer operates. And from that point on, I haven't had any seizures. And I went and I did my semester. And it was great. It was excellent. It was awesome. And I'm glad I did it. And that same day, I had the seizure. I went to the studio. I had a studio session that night, and I had the seizure, but I knew I couldn't miss it. So I had my good friend Reggie Robb. He drove me down. And Reggie and I, we made a couple bangers that night. It was August 25th of 2021. Then my school told me I wouldn't need the vaccine. They ended up switching this at the last minute and telling me I needed it. And they denied my exemption letter, which was written by my doctor that I've gone to since 2 years old. Great doctor. And then I got the vaccine and I had a seizure. If you want to support, listen to Poppy Kodak. His music's available on all platforms. He's streaming it for free for everybody. He's making a lot of bangers. I'll mention him in the description below. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.